Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. The Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
The corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This pass out wide to Hall. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 3rd and 4. In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. In motion, Hill. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2nd and 9 now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. Gets a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. Lots to look forward to in the late afternoon window as well, one being a late start in Foxborough, where it'll be the Patriots taking on the Detroit Lions. And lastly, on Monday Night Football.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And Wilson in motion left. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Up the middle, Achane. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Achane.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They'll run with Hall.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. In motion, Hill.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Tyreek Hill.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Achane. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The celebration, we'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Tyreek Hill, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now a dump off here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. Mechie has it on the slant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. A short throw to Ingram. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Back to throw here.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now he's forced out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram there to make the grab.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
It's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run again. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? opening the season and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Miami, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.